The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18-plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
I mentioned this about as we get into deeper as to what awareness is and consciousness. And there is it's almost like the Maslow, the hierarchy, so to speak. But, you know, when you watch a baby, you watch somebody, you just watch the levels of your own sentience and awareness. You know, that first very crude level is reflexive awareness. This is the most basic. You touch a hot stove, you pull back. It's not no thought, just stimulus response, Pavlovian patellar. This is reflexive. Next is sensory consciousness. This is where you're aware of your surroundings. The animals and humans perceive sound and danger and movement and hunger and pleasure and pain. They interpret something. The organism knows the environment exists and responds to it, as opposed to just reflexively. That's sensory. Then we get into emotional consciousness. This is feelings and emotional memory, fear, attachment, togetherness, anger, joy, grief. Mammals especially show this level very strongly. Emotional learning, this shapes behavior through experience. Now we're getting into the next one, social consciousness. Understanding other people exist as separate beings. This is when a child knows the socialization part. I'm with other kids. Hey, I've got to share. It includes things like hierarchy and empathy and deception, cooperation. Here's something, tribal loyalty. I'm part of the group. Reading social signals. You know, something's wrong. They're upset. Then there's the next level, self-awareness. Oh, I know that I know. This is the mirror test level. This is the individual recognizes itself as an individual entity across time. See, humans possess this deeply. A few animals appear to partially possess it. You recognize who you are and kind of how you fit in. I don't mean that you're aware of your existence. You're aware of who you are. Then we get into abstract. This is where the schizophrenic, one of the diagnostic tools, they can't abstract. This is the ability to imagine things that don't necessarily physically exist. Math, religion, analogy, metaphor, philosophy, law, art. Humans dominate at this level. This is something that is really interesting. Then, now we get into really good stuff. The next is metacognition. This is thinking about thinking. This is when consciousness explains itself. You know, doubting a belief, analyzing a motive, questioning reality, studying the mind. People who say sometimes, I have a question, I'm not sure about my faith. This is where philosophy and meditation and deep introspection, this is metacognition, is where it lives. Then we get into moral consciousness. Here we go. This is the awareness of right and wrong beyond simple survival. Animals do not have this. Sacrifice, justice, mercy, guilt, ethical reasoning. This is where religion, faith, spirituality, this is where the psychopath cannot exist because his head and heart are disconnected. And then we get into, which is really good, existential awareness. This is the recognition of morality and meaning. humans uniquely, as far as we know, and I think it's true, seem haunted by death and purpose and eternity. Why am I here? What happens after death? Does truth exist? Is there a God? And this creates, by the way, religion and art and civilization. This is wild. Then we're not done yet. Then we get probably into the apex. One would think this is transcendent, or what some people call mystical consciousness. This is the highest level described in any tradition. This is experiences of unity. Some Buddhists called it like ego dissolution, spiritual awakening, divine connection, cosmic awareness. I'm one with the universe, mystics and saints and meditators across cultures, enlightenment, communion with God, non-dual awareness, cosmic consciousness.